God help don't always look like help. I know a lot of the times we really don't want to hear it. I know that this may be a hard pill to swallow for some, but the reality is sometimes the help that you need in life doesn't necessarily look like the help that you're actually looking for, the help that you're asking God for, the help that may feel like it's patting you on the back, putting a pacifier in your mouth, looking for someone to come directly to your rescue when it comes to being saved from whatever it is that you're going through in your life. Those traumatic experiences, those relationships, those failed relationships or relationships that are failing or falling apart, your family who may have left you for dead, your family who may have abandoned you, your family who may have kicked you out with nowhere to go, similar to myself when I was younger, looking for help, looking for God's help, hoping that someone would take me in or hoping that my father would one day give me a call and welcome me back into the crib, welcome me back into the home, hoping that one day he can show up and show me the love that I've been needing all my life, thinking that my life was done for, thinking that this was what my life was designed for, just being in chaos, being a failure, being a product of what my dad concluded me to be, my father concluded me to be, a failure, a failed experience. And here I am looking for help at that stage of my life, thinking that God was going to rescue me or hoping for God to rescue me in a way that would make me feel good. But in all actuality, I had to grow to a point where I realized that it's almost like, when you want your kid to learn how to walk, you can't walk for them. They're going to fall. When they're getting their training wheels, their legs, and they're learning how to walk, the reality is God is like that parent who has to sit the child at a distance and let that child learn how to walk by way of failure, by way of falling over a period of time, over and over again. This is a lot like God's version of helping you out. Sometimes when we fall, we're just like that kid. God, can you pick me up? God, can you help me in this season? And because we feel like we don't hear God's voice, and because we don't see anyone there for the rescue, because we don't have, it's dry in our season, it's dry in our life, there's nobody there to help, we feel like God isn't there, or God isn't listening, or God isn't helping, when in all actuality, we are just like that kid. And you'll learn a little bit later in your journey. In order for you to be able to learn how to walk on your own, in order for you to learn how to walk and hold down the fort in your own life, then God has to let you fall so that you can get back up. That's his way of helping you. That's God's version of helping you. Because if God was to come and pick you up and rescue you and pamper you every single time you cried, then reality is you would never learn how to walk on your own. Reality is you would never learn how to do things for yourself or become a stronger version of yourself if God picked us up every single time we cried out for his help. We think that God is ignoring us, but in all actuality, he's helping. He's there. He's walking with you. You're alive. You're going to make it. His help is just not always going to look like the help that you're looking for. God's help is not going to always look like the help that you can imagine or would love to imagine or would love for it to be. It's not always going to be where he's going to put a pacifier in your mouth, because we have to look at the long-term effect of everything. Just like that kid, if every single time mom and dad picked them up, what's happening in that process, he's going to think it's okay to keep crying. He's going to think it's okay to just every single time he fall have the expectation that mom and dad is going to be there to pick him up. But when will he ever learn to walk if the parent does not say at some point, I gotta fall back and let you figure it out? I gotta fall back and let you figure it out. I gotta fall back because you have what it takes. You have it in you. I'm just going to fall back. And at some point, you're going to grow. At some point in your life, you're going to figure it out and you're going to develop your wills. You're going to realize along that journey of falling and making mistakes later on in life, you're going to see where God actually was there helping you all along. You got to understand all of the traumatic experiences that I've gone through, all of what I went through at home, all of the negative experiences that I faced, all of the foul experiences that I faced. It didn't stop there. And had I not gone through it, I'm not saying that it's always right and it's always fair, but God allows certain things to happen in your life for a reason. Because had I not gone through those experiences, just like when Christ laid his life on the cross, he did it for a bigger cause. When Christ laid his life on the cross, God did it, Christ did it for a bigger cause. He did it to save us, allow us to be able to operate in his spirit, in his will. So he sacrificed his own life. He sacrificed his own life so that we could actually benefit from his sacrifice. So again, had I not gone through those experiences in my life, I may not have grown to this point in my life to where I'm doing these videos. I may not have grown to this point in my life where I decided to follow God's purpose for my life. I might have been stuck somewhere in the club, still clubbing all my life, or shacked up in a female's home, you know what I mean? Living an unfulfilled life. But God allowed me to go through those experiences because later on in life, I realized that God had a greater purpose for my life. God wanted me on a mission. God knew that I would be in a position where one day I could lead people to him. I can help contribute to change for the better in this world, helping other people become better versions of themselves. Had I not gone through all of those experiences, perhaps it may not have pushed me to purpose. Perhaps it may not have pushed me to devote my life and follow my life calling, seeking greater purpose for my life, seeking to become better in my life, pursuing goals, pursuing dreams, my life's wildest dreams. Perhaps I may not have discovered that had I not gone through all of the traumatic experiences. God help don't always look like help, brother, but trust and believe God is helping way more than you know. If you change your perspective, if you look at it from a different viewpoint, a different lens, or just keep going through hell. Because as you continue to go through hell, you're going to grow through hell and you're going to see the other side. And God is going to show you, he's going to reveal to you why you had to go through everything that you've been through. And it's going to benefit you altogether. And I understand it's not fun. I understand going through, it's hard, it hurts. But I promise you, God didn't forget about you, brother. I promise you, God didn't forget about you, sister. He didn't ignore you, king. He didn't ignore you, queen. You just got to hang in there. You just got to grow to a place where you understand what message God is trying to send, what he's trying to reveal to you in your life, what gem is there for you to discover along your path, along your purpose, along your journey. You got to find that. You got to find that in this storm. You got to understand through every storm that you face, every trial that you face, God wants you to reveal that gem, that reason, that why you're in it. Once you grab it, once you discover it, once you find it, it's going to benefit you in the long run. God help don't always look like help, but God most definitely helps. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post bell notification, and I appreciate all the love and support that we get. As always, do what brings life to you, and it's a great chance that you'll bring life. It's a great chance that you'll bring life to whatever it is that you do. You already know, rain, sleet, or snow, the goal is to #grow. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Live life. I encourage you to live your life to the fullest every single day. All right, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace and blessings. One love. Strength.